You're listening to the Chartographers.
Hello, everybody! You're listening to the Chartographers. It's a music-loving podcast for music-loving people. You know how it is. We're gonna take our favorite artist and we're gonna rank them, all of their albums from worst to best, and forget the rest. As you may have noticed, this is not Evan Sadi. He couldn't be with us today, but this is Taran O'Reilly, your usual co-host and keeper of Evan. I don't know, non-writer for Pop Matters. Anywho, today we're gonna do something a little different for the Chartographers so far. We are doing Fall Out Boy, the pop punk pioneers, kind of. I mean, I think they really set the template when they burst on the scene.
They're certainly the longest still with success, I would say.
Correct.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Yeah. That's good.
Survivors.
So today we are ranking 6 albums, and now we say 6, knowing that obviously there are always qualifiers with the discographies. They do have a demo album we could have included,
right?
Night Out with Your Girlfriend. Mm-hmm. But it's just not the same.
No.
And even they don't consider it their debut.
Yeah.
So,
there was a remix thing. We won't count that.
Right. Oh, yeah. This latest album also had a full album of remixes.
Which, did anyone ask for that?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
We are fans, and we definitely didn't ask for that.
Pass.
All right. So, the albums that we have from the beginning. Their pop punk debut, 2003's Take This to Your Grave. Mm-hmm. Their breakthrough sophomore effort, From Under the Cork Tree, 2005. They're more like pop explosive. We're going to start experimenting. We're going to have guest artists flirting with fame. Infinity on High from 2007. They're Fame Obsessed Mess, Folie à Deux from 2008. They're Oh Hey, We're Still a Band, Just Kidding, Save Rock and Roll from 2013. And hey, this is an album, maybe. Listen to it. Cool, thanks. 2015.
We make rock anthems for stadiums now.
American Beauty, American Psycho. Yeah, that's kind of, they're like, oh yeah, we're kind of out of original ideas, but alright, fine.
Right.
Yeah.
But here, ESPN, buy this and play it as often as you like.
Right, yes, very useful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so here we are. Those are the 6 albums for Fall Out Boy.
I am ridiculously excited to figure out what you, Taran, how you rank these, because I think Bree and I probably are really close.
With me today, With me today are 2 very special guests, 2 people close to my heart and avid fans of Fall Out Boy.
Very true.
First of all, my sister Bree Vale O'Reilly. Thank you for being here, Bree.
Hello.
You may know her from her DJ gig with CHIRP Radio.
Yes, Thursdays 10 to midnight.
10 to midnight.
Bree the Barefoot DJ.
Bree the Barefoot DJ.
It's me.
And also with us here today is Nico Pashka.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
of course.
I'm wearing black eyeliner just for the occasion.
Just for the occasion.
Just for
this episode.
I don't wear it any other time in my life. Except right now.
That's a huge lie.
It is a huge lie.
All right.
Who's my wife?
Yeah.
I mean, does it
is
matter?
that important?
I don't know. Guess not. Sure.
I mean, that could have made for a really interesting guessing game by the end. If we just told people to guess what the secret was.
Who are these people?
So, we always make a guest do this, and I think it has to be Bree this time.
Okay.
Bree, what's the worst Fall Out Boy album?
Well, there's no competition. I think we can all agree it is their 2015 disaster, American Beauty, American Psycho.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the samples and there's a couple. Centuries. The first time I heard it.
Hang on. If we're gonna call it the worst album, I think we have to just give it a little space to be awful. So, like, what is like the worst thing about it?
Well, the lead single just makes you want to.
Honestly, I agree.
Claw your eyeballs out.
It really makes me like angry. I mean, they were clearly like out of original ideas at this point in their career. Yeah, which is just really sad for me because, you know, they've had so many incredible artistic moments, and no one wanted a song that sampled Tom Steiner. Nobody needed that, and nor did it add anything to the song that they wrote around it.
It really didn't, and it almost seemed like, hey, remember how people started playing Light 'Em Up at sporting games?
Events?
Let's see if we can duplicate that.
Yeah, it was definitely like, oh, well, that was so successful.
Right.
Let's use more samples and let's
do
make
that
it like
again.
a booming anthem. And it just really
terrible.
doesn't. It's really awful.
I just think it's like a bad barbecue. Like, there's a couple of interesting things on the table, right? So there are some like catchy hooks, and there are some like there are reason they're anthem songs, right? Like big arena songs. So like there's some cool stuff on the table, but like the coleslaw is like sour. Like there are some just like nasty, like awful pieces of this album. Like it's just.
To be fair, Uma Thurman has grown on me a bit.
Yeah! No, Uma Thurman is like the one thing that saves this album
and it
for
feels
me.
Fall Out Boy. I mean, Slept In Last Night Clothes and Tomorrow's Dreams. Like, that's vintage Pete Wentz right there.
Well, and on 4th of July, there's that Sunlux intro to the song that like builds, and you're like, oh, this is amazing. And then it does kind of blend well with what there is. But again, it's like, there's a couple of stars, and the rest of it's just like past.
But even on that, for the first like 30 seconds of the track, I'm like, am I listening to
just,
Sunlux or am I listening to Fall Out Boy?
they sample Lost Into Trying by Sunlux, and it really the first like 30 seconds are just that song.
Right. It's just
and then they sing a like decent pop song over it, but it's interpolated throughout the entire.
Yeah.
I almost feel like they just took that track and didn't even really edit it and just tried to write a pop song over it, and it really. Again, it's like you. While I love that Sunlux track, I kind of
love that track. I wish
if they were gonna do that. I don't know. I wish they would have tried harder.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this for me, is that it doesn't feel like they were trying very hard to write these songs.
It's IKEA furniture.
Yeah.
It gets the job done. That's it.
It's and it sounds like it's from prepackaged parts.
Yep.
And it's definitely, I mean, I feel like you can hear the work of producers here a lot more. It doesn't necessarily sound, which is so interesting because after their hiatus for Save Rock and Roll and American Beauty, American Psycho, the drummer and the bassist, help me.
Joe and
Andy.
Yeah, there we go.
Thanks.
He has tiny square tattoos. Like 1,200 of them. Anyway.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep. Random facts. I'm gonna give you lots of random
They were both
facts.
like, well, we don't really want to come back to this band if we're not going to have creative input.
Yeah.
And so now they do, and all these albums are all like attributed to, or like given songwriting credits to all four of them. And it's so funny because it doesn't sound like the collaboration of four people. It sounds like Patrick Stump had like the bones of a song, and then a producer came in, and which is, also he produces, but it's just I don't know. It doesn't feel authentic, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
I do love the way that they use the samples on Uma Thurman though.
Uma Thurman's a good song, and I went back and I listened to this whole album. For the, actually, I listened to the whole thing for the first time in preparation for this, because I heard the couple singles, I was like, I don't even need this in my life. And I will say that Jetpack Blues is also, it's got some Fall Out Boy heart to it. It's not their best song by any means, but at least it sounds like the Fall Out Boy we know and love, as opposed to some of their other,
I also, what was the other one?
And the title track, they do it terribly, but at least they were trying something, right? It's like a genre track,
something.
Yeah.
But that's why, again, I don't think there's any like horribly like huge like offensive thing, but you just listen to it, it's just like not right. Like it just doesn't feel right. You don't hate it, but you don't love it, and it's just like it's just uncomfortable.
I feel like Patrick also gets especially screamy on this record, like on Centuries specifically, the hook there. Well, and also on Immortals, which is like a decent song. It's kind of fun when it shows up when you're watching Big Hero 6, but it's not like
as you do.
But the only reason it feels like Fall Out Boy is because he's singing it for me. Like it could be any number of bands.
Yeah.
So, all right, I think we've shat on this enough.
Okay. I think we're all in agreement.
Locking it in, number 6, Fall Out Boy, American Beauty, American Psycho.
And
All
it's done.
right. And it's done, and that's that. All right. So, Bree, you did number 6.
Yeah. So I think
Nico?
Nico gets 5.
What would you nominate for number 5?
I know that this is going to cause chaos now based on what we've said already, but for me, it's Infinity. It's Infinity on High. See, I know.
No.
You. I
No,
knew,
no.
I knew you and I were going to
No.
disagree.
No.
That's totally
There is
fine.
no
Perhaps-
way.
No,
that
no,
Infinity
no.
on High. I'm sorry. You go ahead. You
No,
finish.
no.
Finish your thought.
I do believe though. I knew that I was going to be, and you guys were not going to agree with me, but I do think perhaps the two of you will agree. So, what did you think the 5th one was?
The 5th one?
Yeah, 5.
I put Take This to Your Grave at 5.
Yeah, I probably would too. I mean, it's the reason it's above American Beauty for me is because it's still a cohesive artistic statement.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like on a song by song basis listenability, it doesn't do a ton for me. I like it a lot, you know, sort of as just like a period piece.
Well, right.
But it's also, he does like a couple rhythmic things they do on there, and like the really sharp tempo changes. I mean, it's definitely punk.
Right.
I'll say that about it. It is absolutely punk, but it is not, I don't know, you see the wisps of like their pop tendencies that'll show up later and bring them so much success, especially on like Grand Theft Autumn or I really love from this record Homesick at Space Camp.
Yes, no, it's amazing.
I love that song.
So I will say that I would have put Take This to Your Grave like significantly higher. It's my second choice. So it's like I feel like my choices are going to be kind of inverted from yours. So, but yeah, my Take This to Your Grave is significantly higher because it's like I'm, 19, 20 years old. It's the summer. Like I'm driving in my car, outside of Chicago, like listening to like kids that are my age making like great like basement punk-esque music with this like, so like Take This to Your Grave is like how it all began for me. So that's why it's so much higher for me.
Did you hear it when it came out, or did you go back and listen to it after?
No.
Like, did you know who they were in 2003?
People had them on mixed discs, and I heard them and knew them and was a part of this whole like Jimmy Eat World, like whole that period, right? Like going to like the ballroom. What the fuck is that ballroom?
Aragon?
Yeah. No. Up in Milwaukee.
The rave.
Yes. For like $20 shows. The t-shirts were more expensive. But like that's what that evokes. So that's why that's so much higher up in that list than not.
Yeah, and I mean, I will say that I thought about this order a lot, and really, there's American Beauty, and then there's like,
the rest
what does
of
he
it?
say in Moneyball? There's like 50 feet of shit,
and then there's
us, right? Like, there's the other 5 can kind of be rearranged,
For
like
sure.
kind of depending on what your criteria
personal
are.
choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But regardless, they're all just miles ahead.
Yeah.
And I will and I will say, I promised Taran that I wouldn't do like copious amounts of like preparation for this at all. But what I did do is I laid out all of the albums on a piece of paper and all the tracks, and then I listened to every track and I rated it with little plus signs. And so if it was an okay song, I got 1, better 2, and then the best songs got 3.
That's kind of what I did too.
So then I added all
mathematically.
up. Right, I added them all up, and mathematically speaking, that's how I ranked mine.
Oh, wow.
Like cohesive, great tracks, full albums.
See,
And that's an interesting way of doing it, because for me it's definitely more like I have very strong feelings about various tracks on an album, but it's just when I think of that album as a whole, how does it make me feel?
right? Yeah, that's what I did also.
Yeah.
Or like when I listen to it, do I skip a lot of tracks? Like my favorite songs might not be on my number 1 album because as a whole, I think it's a better album. It's got a bunch of like, A minuses, even if it doesn't have an A plus, kind of a thing, and so that overall makes it a better album. That's how I came up with my rankings. But I definitely see, I in other parts of my life would totally do it your way. I'm surprised that you're the one.
Well, right, and this whole activity,
did it so mathematically.
This whole activity, I have to say, is really difficult for me because music is so personal to me, and you really can't tell somebody that something is good or something is bad. Like, it's just what you like. So I think it's really hard to be like, oh, well, you know, what I like is this. But yeah, I Take This to Your Grave is like definitely my second.
I mean, and having a personal connection to things, that's definitely come up in previous episodes where it's been like, oh, well, you know, you start talking about how much you love an album, then when you hear what other people think about it, you realize, oh, I have like a really personal memory attached
it's not
to
actually
this.
that great an album. It just means a lot to me.
Exactly, yeah.
But there are a lot of tracks on Take This to Your Grave that are fantastic. I
Like
mean,
what?
Well, like
Describe some of them.
Chicago is So 2 Years Ago is that song, right?
I really love
That's
that
the
one.
song when you're driving down like Lakeshore and the windows are down and you're like screaming.
I mean, that's literally what the song's about,
right? And you're like looking at your best friend and you're like having a great time and you're like alive. Like that's fucking that song. Like it's just amazing. And the best thing about Fall Out Boy songs is like the lyrics are just like candy in your mouth. Like all of the like weird syncopation and just like fun words and like lines from movies, and it's just it's so much fun. So yeah, you're like flying down Lakeshore, like singing along. It's amazing. It's unbelievable.
I like Tell That Mick too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
yeah,
a great way to start
Tell
an
That Mick
album.
is pretty fun. Yeah, but on the other hand, like Dead on Arrival is just kind of
It's pretty generic,
It's
but I will
pretty
admit that I
generic.
sing along with it pretty loud.
Right.
Whereas some of the ones towards the end, like I couldn't even tell you what the Patron Saint of Liars sounds like.
No, that's the one. Is can you tell me You're Sorry with a Straight Face? I was like running around the apartment and singing. Like it just has this great chorus. Like it begs you to sing along with it.
Okay.
It's yeah.
also like Grenade Jumper,
Meh.
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
you know, and then even Pros and Cons of Breathing, I don't. It just for me, Take This to Your Grave really runs together a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yes, but
it's-
that's why, because it's a little bit of a punk album. The songs
Right.
are all like 2.5 minutes long. They all like ga 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 ga, and then it's the like chorus versus, and then ga 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 next song, and then it's a little bit slower, and it feels like somebody made this in their garage. These
Yeah.
were all their demos. This is the best they do, and they get nervous when they play.
Yeah. Well, and I think a common theme.
Wait. We should say, we had this conversation. Fall Out Boy is hard live.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
they are not good live.
Yeah,
Not good live.
It's
And I mean, we're fans. Like, I'm
Yeah.
a huge fan.
They all get so excited.
some of the songs are still like great, like musically. They
Right.
can pull the performance off, but they just we saw them on the Moment tour. Have you guys seen them more than that?
Oh, yeah, we saw them at Riot Fest, and I actually saw them one time just after college. We drove from Ithaca to Syracuse, me and my friend Andy, and it was like, I couldn't hear them. It was right around, I think, who opened? Did Panic open, or they just played a
Was
Panic
that when they
video?
Was it Paramore?
No, it wasn't Paramore, although we did see that, too.
We saw that one too.
But, no, they, there was a lot of screaming girls, is what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Right.
And,
Hot Topic.
yeah,
Plaid.
it was probably...
These were those are the only people I knew in high school.
Yeah, it was I think it was before Infinity, or maybe no, it would have been before Infinity, because I didn't live in Ithaca anymore in 2007. But so we heard some of those songs for the first time. But they just felt like they're all so excited to be up there and doing their thing, the four of them. But it's four dudes on stage. They don't feel like a band. Like a cohesive band, I don't think, when they play.
Huh.
And that, I think, is why they're a little rough live. Because, Pete's like the front man, but he can't sing for shit. So he does all the talking in between, and then Patrick takes over and sings. And the bassist is Joe, and the drummer's Andy,
It's just
right?
Yeah. It's
Joe just like spins in circles while he plays.
yeah, I remember that.
But that's
and like
sometimes
you
I
know.
forget that he is the guitarist, because the guitar, like, on the album sound fantastic. Like, you're like, wow.
Oh, right, sorry,
Like,
the guitarist.
because they're like, it's really like rock oriented. Like, there's a lot of punk
Yeah.
in there. And then when you see him like playing, it doesn't look like that thing spinning around with like a huge like fro is playing these like intricate little things.
It's like all of them need more Ritalin before they go on stage.
Oh. She said it.
I'm just saying. But listen, I love their albums. Live is a little rough. How
Yep.
did we get there?
Because Take This to Your... Never mind.
Oh, right. Because Take This to Your Grave is a little
It's a little rough.
rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a band figuring themselves out.
Totally.
Yeah. And, what I was going to say is a theme throughout all of their albums is the scene, right? I mean, it's like in the name of quite a few of their tracks even.
Yeah.
And so Take Us to Their Grave, that's the scene that they were in right now, was the
Right.
punk scene, and so they made a punk album.
Yeah.
And maybe it wasn't quite the
evokes
best.
that image.
Yeah,
It's that
yeah.
Lake drive down
well,
Lakeshore.
because Pete was in like 6 bands before he was
Right.
in this one, and a lot of them
He
were
has
like
a lot of
they were
feelings,
like death
Taran.
metal.
He has a lot of feelings.
okay.
He writes the words
Also,
to your
why
soul.
I don't like this album as much, it has the most screaming. I'll just go
A
out and
lot of
say
screaming.
It has a lot of screaming. Saturday could be my favorite song on there, except
The
that
first
it's-
2/3 of it.
It's like
Or the first half of it or whatever.
It's
yeah.
right. I think it's the whole second half.
Yeah.
Like Patrick singing, Pete is screaming,
Yeah.
and it's just like
Don't need
it's
that.
just a lot.
Yeah.
It's I even at this point would say that I thoroughly enjoy heavy metal, but the screaming, I have to draw the line.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so okay,
So-
maybe we don't put this here.
Okay.
Because
okay.
we're clearly on like polar opposites of this. If you, Bree,
Yeah.
if you weren't putting Take This to Your Grave here,
Well,
what would you put here?
I would probably put Save Rock and Roll here because that was my next one. But the thing, and this is what I struggle with, is because Save Rock and Roll has some really great songs, but has some terrible songs as well. What is the Courtney Love nonsense?
It's gotta go.
Oh, yeah.
And I love Courtney Love. And I love Courtney Love.
It's just
like,
terrible. And yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. And she's like rapping or something. It's
she's
just,
like
yeah.
delivering a
Streaming.
slam poem.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And it's just
She's menstruating. She's definitely menstruating.
and I could do without the Mighty Fall and Death Valley. I don't know.
For me, the Mighty Fall would be so good if Big Sean wasn't there.
Yeah, well, that's fair. I think that's the thing that dropped it for me.
It really, like, I don't always love Big Sean, but it's just, not only is it it's a straight up bad rap verse, but that song didn't need a fucking rap
Right.
verse.
Yeah.
Like, it
And
didn't.
I think that this Save Rock and Roll is sort of a preview of what they're going to do on American Beauty.
Yeah.
Like, this is sort of, we're going to bring in all these guests and, like,
Right.
that's what you do
This was not
these
the
days.
first time they had brought in guests.
Well, no, but
By
I feel like
any-
they were bigger name guests. Or different genre guests, more so. Besides Jay-Z. I mean...
Well, or like Lil Wayne
okay,
on
fair.
Folly Do.
All right.
Debbie Harry at the end.
Okay, you're right.
That's kind of
I'm
important.
incorrect. I'm
yes,
incorrect.
Yes. So the other thing that saves this album, would probably move it a little, just probably 1 or 2 slots higher for me, is the videos that go along with them are so great. Like, I really think they're great, and I think it's a fun, like, storytelling piece, so that I think excuses some of these, like, faux pas.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's why, for me, I don't think it's the worst of their better albums.
Yeah.
And so I have a hard time putting it fifth, but it has so many flaws.
Right.
At any
I
time
like
of day,
parts of
at
all the
any-
other, my
at
other
any
three
time
better.
of day, in any type of mood, like, seriously, put on My Songs No,
Oh, yeah.
and you're
I
like
mean-
on a chair, you're like,
Or
fist
I
pumping.
fucking love Alone Together.
It's great.
Yeah,
I
Alone
love
Together is
Alone
really
Together.
fun. So,
Yeah.
no, My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark is quantifiably my favorite Fall Out Boy song.
What?
Whoa.
It is my favorite Fall Out Boy
What?
song, which I know is a big claim. But I just and the rest of this album doesn't come anywhere close to that for me. But
Yeah.
it just like they just hit all of the right notes.
Huh.
Like it's their darkest side, and you know I always love sampling and like
Sure.
and they use it really well there. And I remember the day it came out.
Yes, I was
and
just about
no
to
one
say
knew that Fall Out Boy was even
Yeah.
making music
And it
anymore.
just
Yeah.
felt
And
so
you see
good.
fucking 2 Chainz walking up with like a flamethrower, and you're like, "What the fuck is happening?"
It was
like,
so good.
That is
Yeah.
that is
It
true.
was
That
so
is true.
good.
And let me tell you how pissed I was that I couldn't get into their secret show like the next day.
It was so
I was like, come on!
It was so, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, when it came out and that was the song that like came first, like it was a great comeback. Like there was that,
It was-
yeah.
that was an entrance, like that.
Yeah. And that's right. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know that I would rank it overall above the other 3 that I personally haven't talked about yet, but it is a
Yeah.
great album. And it's a package, right? Like you were
Right.
talking about that you did it by number of hit songs, and I do it by package. I think that it's like a concept album,
Yes,
right? I mean,
yeah.
all the way through, especially when you include the videos, but even without it, you can kind of see.
I mean, I definitely I agree with you there to an extent, except my I do take issue with the song Miss Missing You on an album called Save Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
Because it legit sounds like a boy band synth pop song.
Yeah, fair.
That song could be on a One Direction album.
Yes,
and I'm
no,
not
absolutely.
Okay, Evan.
I'm not over exaggerating.
Pulling out his Evan again.
What?
Yeah.
Evan likes to reference One Direction. No? Maybe that was just in the Beatles one that I listened to today.
He did, and you may have caught that I was just like, fucking stop it.
I feel like he mentioned them in another one though too.
Yeah,
But, like
well,
maybe Radiohead.
It's because he likes to make jokes that are like, oh, this great band is just like this terrible band. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
But no, I was referencing
We miss
them
you, Evan.
seriously because I listen to One Direction sometimes, and
Oh, I know.
When I'm alone.
and
In my footy pajamas.
let's move on. Yeah, no.
So what would you put 5? If not, take
I
this to your
would
grave.
take this to your grave at
All right,
5.
well, we discussed.
I think because I agree. I would also probably put Save Rock and Roll next.
Yeah.
And
And there's no way that Save Rock and Roll is a worse album than Take This to Your Grave.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
What? All right.
I'm
no.
willing to be convinced on some of the other ones, but there's I just can't believe.
So, okay. So then I think that my, like, what I put on top and what I just said, the Infinity on High comment, I think your Infinity on Highs are much higher.
Well, what did you put 4?
Well, now I'm having a hard time remembering what. So I think I had we all agreed that American Beauty, American Psycho was 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
5 for me was Infinity on High. And then it was Save Rock and Roll.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we agree on that. Save Rock and Roll is like their 4th
Yes.
best album.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I think Bree and I are outvoting you here, and we're gonna take this to your grave
For sure. Go ahead.
at
Absolutely.
number 5.
But I just
Okay.
want everyone to know
We're gonna lock it in.
who the true Fallout Boy.
Well, sure, you're an
Could
OG
be.
Fallout Boy.
Yeah, you
Fan,
right.
for
You're
sure.
OG.
If that's-
and that's I'm definitely not. I like discovered them in 2006. like,
Probably
freshman
in my
year of high
car.
school.
Although I will say,
I don't think so. No, you're right. I think I probably heard From Under the Cork Tree for the first time in your car.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But then I didn't really listen to them myself much until Infinity on High was happening.
And
So
I do. I think that hit for you at probably a very, like, personal time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
A formulative time?
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I think
Yeah.
I would have. So that
That's
what
a word.
puts. So for
What
me,
is the
then
right word?
it puts. I guess Infinity on High is 3rd. From Under the Cork Tree 2nd.
whoa, you're totally jumping ahead.
Yep.
Wait, stop. Don't spoil your list.
Stop.
It's
Stop,
fine.
stop.
She already did.
All right.
Process
Well, that's okay. I
elimination.
was only half listening. I was gonna give you props real quick, Taran, because I found out about their hiatus from a Facebook status that you posted. So you are
Wait,
a
really?
valid enough. Yeah.
Like in 09 or
Whenever it was. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did your heart break?
Well, no. What you actually posted was like "Long Live the Car Crash Hearts,"
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "Yeah, Fall Out Boy," and then like. I Googled them or something, and then I found out. So it wasn't that you were telling me, but I think you probably knew, and that's why you posted
Yeah,
it.
no, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So,
So what do you do when we all disagree?
I don't know.
We fight it out.
We fight
like
it
we've
out.
just done.
Yeah, we,
All right,
we talk
okay.
about the
We
albums.
beat you
and-
up, and we put your favorite album 5th. O'Reilly's, bitches.
Oh my God, the power!
Yeah.
Drunk on power.
So, okay, I actually...
So Save Rock and Roll is 4, right? No? Or are you changing your mind?
Well, I am just gonna say that actually I was misremembering, and what I had it for was Folie à Deux.
See,
all right.
it's hard. It's
yeah,
all inverted.
which is
exactly
all inverted.
What I said.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I think on consensus, if we're done talking about Save Rock and Roll, I think we can go ahead and lock it in at number 4. That feels about right.
Yeah.
It feels fair. Yep.
I think so.
So
I think we're all about
So
there.
we're gonna put Save Rock
This is
and Roll
friendly fire.
of
This is
2000.
friendly fire. Nobody's hurt.
A little bit. All right, so we've just to quickly recap for our listeners. At number 6, American Beauty, American Psycho, 2015. At number 5, 2003's Take This to Your Grave. At number 4, 2013's Save Rock and Roll. What do we have left, Brie? I'm glad you asked. We have 2005's From Under the Cork Tree, 2007's Infinity on High, and 2008's Folie à Deux. Peak era Fall Out Boy.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, there's nothing but really good stuff left.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that I know that Nico and I disagree quite a bit on these three, but that also I'm willing to be persuaded that any one of them could be number one and I wouldn't be heartbroken. Like, I have how I feel, but I can totally be persuaded.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, no, I have, all of these albums are fantastic enough to be in a 6 CD changer. Like, it's all comes down to...
CD changer?
Yep, that's right. It's 2005. It's 2005 forever. But yeah, no, I think they're great, and I think the remaining 3 are all really good. But again, going back to how I kind of thought of this activity conceptually, it was just like, how many of these are like really quality songs, like top to bottom? And Brie and I talk a lot about how sometimes with Fall Out Boy albums, they start really, really strong, and then they kind of fizzle out. Or they start really crappy, and then by the end, like, they're, a much better song. Mm-hmm. For me, like, there is nothing wrong with the Folie à Deux album. Like, every single track
I know.
It's amazing.
Ooh.
I have zero problems, whereas I feel like there are a couple of errors, or not errors, but just not things that I didn't care for on From Under the Cork Tree. And then Infinity on High has a lot of, like, things that just don't feel cohesive.
That's so interesting to me because Infinity on High for me feels like their biggest cohesive pop statement.
Yeah.
It feels
I'm with you.
feels very
You're totally
much
right.
like
We agree completely.
I knew it.
Whereas, like, especially listening to all 6 albums chronologically this week, Folie à Deux feels like we just had a success and we want to keep capitalizing on that. And it really hits a lot of the same notes that Infinity on High does. So from, like, a course of their career kind of standpoint, I was looking at it like, I mean, because even some of the intervals that he does are he always really likes just popping up the octave.
Yeah.
But he does that a lot, and I feel like, especially like Disloyal Order of Water Buffaloes, I think might even be the same chord structure as Thriller. Like, it's really obviously like a sequel to Thriller.
Here's the other kind of funny thing about how these 3 played out for me. Infinity on High and Folie à Deux feels to me like Infinity on High is the first act of a musical. Mm-hmm. And it has some really fun, like, amped up, like, getting you in love with these characters and these, like, themes. And then there's, like, this intermission, and then you get this, like, second half of the musical that has, like, these reprise songs that are, like, amazing and, like, remind you of something from the first one, and then it brings it home, and by the end you're like, yes. Like, so then sometimes for me, From Under the Cork Tree went up, and then Infinity on High and Folie could switch also.
Yeah, I would say sort of the same thing both of you are saying. I want, like, Folie on High. Like, to just be one, like,
right, especially because they were
take the best
so
of the
close
2,
together.
and then you've definitely got an awesome album, because, like, I don't care, I will sing at the top of my lungs. America's Sweethearts, I will sing, and What a Catch, Donnie might be my favorite Fall Out Boy song ever.
Wow.
Possibly because of the, like, the sentimentality of it, and, like, the lyrics speak to me, and that it calls their other, like, it literally...
Mm-hmm. Yes!
Right? Which, in some ways, is cheesy, but in
other
other ways,
it literally
like...
quotes all of their former singles.
all their former singles.
Yeah.
And so, like, so it's one of my favorite, like...
Well, and
I've got troubled thoughts and the self-esteem to match. Like, that's me
So here's
right
the
there,
thing I'm
know?
really into you saying right now is because I read some article somewhere about one of the reasons that Patrick really liked this song and asked all of these people to come sing certain lines was the band felt that there were characters that should be saying these lines from these songs for these reasons, like in a musical. So the fact that, like, that's one of your favorites, and this is kind of a theme thing that I feel like that made me feel very satisfied.
Yeah.
I just think that 27 is one of the worst songs they've ever put out.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
And I don't know what Pharrell brings to the table on Wham's. And also, why is Lil Wayne here?
Right.
He's terrible when he does rock and roll, and you brought him into, like, Santa Rock. Like, what is he doing here?
And that is why...
And, well, Sorry, you go.
That's why I'm saying that's why Foley fell down for me into number 3. But could have gone lower at times when I was feeling more nostalgic for Take This to Your Grave, for example.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's got some really great hits, but some really serious misses too.
Yeah.
And so as an album, it's not the best.
And it also has some songs on it that I, like, really want to like. Like, I'm like, as a Fallout boy, I should enjoy this, and I just don't. For example, I Don't Care.
See, and I love
which is
I Don't
not
Care.
a bad song, but it just doesn't click with me. It feels kind of contrived.
Yeah.
And it's not, it's almost never Pete's fault. I will say that sometimes I'm like, Pete, come on, man. Like, sometimes the lyrics are a little much for me, where I have to just, like, roll my eyes, and it really detracts from the enjoyment of the song.
It's like listening to a Smiths album. Like, Morrissey is
It's
whiny,
like
complaining,
having
like self-sabotaging.
having a live journal sung to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's torturous.
Yeah.
It's really torturous, but for the most part, if a song doesn't work, it's Patrick's fault, which is like rough to say because he honestly has the harder job of the two. It's a lot easier to write poetry over and over again than it is to write like a good solid melody.
Yeah.
But I also like America's Sweethearts is another one for me where I'm just like this
You can't see this, but my heart is like
your heart
falling out of my chest.
Every time I name a new
into my
song,
lungs.
you're just like you're clutching your chest and like
Because you're such a
doubling
lyrics
over.
person, and take away the song, like you just said, it's not Pete's fault. The lyrics in those songs are like they get you. They're still real. They're still solid, followed by songs.
Yeah. No,
I think. I mean, I Don't Care is a little, but America's Sweethearts I think is great. And I mean, can we talk about Head First Slide?
it is definitely
Head First
it's my
Slide.
favorite.
That's okay. Head First Slide. I have one small complaint about it, and that's that Patrick sounds weird when he's singing that low. I wish he would have calmed the fuck down and like done a better take because I know he can sing that better.
Well, and that's the other
He's
thing
very
about
clenched.
But that's the other thing about this album that I think I really like and moves it up for me is that I feel like he has a lot of vocal play in a lot of these different songs. Like you almost could think that there's another lead singer at times because if he can go really like jazzy, bluesy, he can get really like Elvis Costello like up nasally.
Yeah.
He can like do these like swing riffs like for me, like, I Don't Care is, like, this amazing, like, kind of, it's almost like a rockabilly song. Like, it's really, like, amped up and, like, excited. And so, if you don't like that, like, of course you're not gonna, but I do like the, like, vocal gymnastics that seems to happen on this one. But yes, if you didn't like how it sounded in America's Sweethearts, then you're not gonna, and if he sings too low, then, ooh, yeah.
I've said a lot of bad things about this album, and I do want to at least say that it does have a couple incredible songs on it, in my estimation. The first one being She's My Winona.
It's great!
It's so fun.
See, now I'm feeling better.
And also, I think that, like, one of the best things they've ever recorded, like, probably in my top 10-ish would be $20 Nosebleed.
It's amazing.
That's that's when they go really like jazzy, almost like big band.
Yes.
This was during Panic's attempt at being the Beatles,
Yeah.
and you can really hear some of that, some like Magical Mystery Tour.
Well, and that's
Sgt. Pepper's kind of shit on this song, and I think they pull it off really
a
well.
whole other set of instruments for this album that they had like never used before. Like you don't hear the piano a lot in a lot of the other albums, but you hear it in this album. Like it's in a lot of the tracks. Like horns came in on like Infinity on High. Like there was nothing.
I think piano came in then too.
A little bit.
That's
but
when
not,
they really
not
started
quite as
playing
featured.
with like full rock instrumentation.
Right.
Was on Infinity.
Right. So I think they started playing with some other instruments on Infinity on High, and then kind of just did what they wanted, and that I think then that led to all the sampling. Right? And Save Rock and Roll and An American Beauty, American Psycho, then it's like one big sample, right? So I feel like they went from like punk, garage, like rock and roll, really bad mosh pits in 2005 to like starting to play with other instruments and understand like how songs are made up and putting things together, and then they started sampling, and I think you just kind of see that progression through the 6 albums.
Yeah, the progression is definitely like very obvious, and you on each album that precedes, you can hear exactly like how they got to where they went.
Right.
Yeah,
they're all really, really unique, but they're all still definitely Fallout Boy.
right.
I think pizza's here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have to take a short recess. The pizza man is here, and we will be right back. And we're back. All right. So, before we left, in case for some reason you paused the podcast, we had just been discussing Folie à Deux. Are we ready to lock it in, or should we discuss the other two first?
No, I think, like I said, I'm very flexible with these 3. I think it's clear that it's hard not to have an emotional, personal attachment to Fall Out Boy albums because they hit on our pizza break, and we actually ate pizza.
Yeah,
not
we
even
really
a joke.
did.
There's no lie.
Nico and I were discussing off mic.
About how they flow together, that it's sort of like this big kind of musical thing where you like one, you like the other, and then they like disappeared and came back with Save Rock and Roll. But it's also like when these things like came in your life. So I asked Taran, I said, where were you in 2008? Like, what were you doing?
Right. And so in 2008, I had been forced from my home and made to move one town over. So I had to basically start over rebuilding my friend group at a new high school. And so I was not in the mood for Fall Out Boy in 2008.
Whereas, like, I was just hitting my stride in, like, school, and I had gotten, like, a kick-ass bartending job and was feeling, like, really satisfied with myself. So, and then the reverse for me, Infinity on High hit, like, a year I got fired, the year, like, my mom got sick, like, ugh. So, I think there's, like, this personal thing. So if they're different for everybody, then I think they shift. Like, Brie, where were you? Well, I don't know if we're ready to talk about From Under the Cork Tree yet, but, like, I know where we were.
Yeah.
And I, like, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I think you and I would rank that pretty high overall.
Yeah.
For
It's funny that you
reason.
brought that up, though, but I did realize that probably, like, 3 or 4 of my favorite albums of all time all came out in 2007.
What?
Because you were in a really good place.
Because I was in a good place, yeah.
And you were 15?
Yeah.
So, but that's
45!
like, I mean, I have a lot of favorite albums that came out in 1998 for a similar reason, because, like, that's when you're, I think, at 15, like, you're really starting to...
You're forming your musical taste.
Yeah, exactly. And so even though now I can look back at this and be like, I know, like, admittedly, it's probably not a great album from a critical standpoint or whatever, but for me, those albums that came out during that time are always gonna be, because they're formative, you know, like we said.
I don't know. I just think that Patrick Stump, in writing the melodies of the songs, did not do as good of a job on Folie à Deux as he had on the previous 2 albums.
Yeah.
And so because I am definitely more focused on musical aspects than I am on lyrics for the most part. Like, for me, lyrics can give a song an edge, or if they're terrible, obviously they'll ruin a song. But it's never going to be, like, the reason I go to a song.
And that is the exact opposite, and I say it all the time. A lot of my favorite bands are very, like, lyric-oriented bands. Like, you know, like Modest Mouse is very, like, intricate words and a lot of wordplay and a lot of, like, verse-telling. And, like, there's something about a Fall Out Boy song that you can, like, call your ex and, like, fucking scream a Fall Out Boy song at them and feel, like, really satisfied, or, you know, like...
Have you done that, Nico?
I mean, I'm not gonna say I haven't, but you could do that. You could if you wanted, and it might feel nice. But
it is true though that the lyrics for you, like, we'll both agree. Take Modest Mouse. Like, we'll both agree that a song is great. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I love that song. And she'll quote something at me, and I'll be like, what? She's like, it's from that song. I'm like, oh, I've never heard those lyrics before.
That's not the important part.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Like, Brie misquotes a Beyonce
I misquote
song
everything all the time.
all the time.
All the time.
Like, she
Wait,
didn't.
which Beyonce
She
song?
didn't.
Oh,
Think,
yeah.
She didn't think that Beyonce had hot sauce in her bag.
Oh, what did you think she had in her bag?
Hot sauce in her veins.
I got hot sauce in my veins. Swains.
Okay, listen, it doesn't have to rhyme. I think that poetically, having hot sauce in your veins is like, that's a valid thing. And now when I listen to him, I'm like, oh, of course she's not saying it. And I always thought she was saying veins kind of weird, but I didn't get bag out of it at all, because that was too literal. Like, that means there's a physical thing in your bag? Like, I don't know.
Right, she keeps hot sauce on her.
Right, because it's a bat. I listened to it before I ever saw it. Is there a cat coming in? Is there
There was just a paw
Oh,
doing
that was
this.
a snake. It was.
You thought it was a snake?
What?
I
Anyway.
would not have just like smiled and pointed at a snake slithering into the room.
To be fair, I had listened to Lemonade 3 or 4 times before I actually watched
Oh
it.
my God, I can't talk
If I
about
had the context, I would have recognized, obviously.
Okay. Alright.
Anyway,
Okay, so let's put Foley at 3.
are you really okay with that?
I'm okay with
Because
this.
we can talk about the other 2 first for a
No,
while.
I'm fine with groupthink here. I'm totally fine.
Okay.
All right.
Fine.
I'm open.
Ladies
I'm
and gentlemen, then we are locking in 2008's Folly
I'm
I
a true
Do.
fan. I'm a true fan, so I'm not gonna.
So you're not gonna pick your favorite kid?
That's not necessarily what this is about. You're kind of supposed to pick your favorite kid. But I appreciate
I think,
your
yeah.
willingness to...
Yeah.
Admit when you've lost a
Yeah.
fight.
I mean, I campaigned hard, gave it my all, but it wasn't meant to be. So
Yeah.
can we though agree that Infinity is next?
And this is where I run into trouble because
It's not where I would put it, but I think I can agree that it can it can deserve to go next.
But I also think that we
Would you put it number 1?
unanimously-
As a personal favorite, I think I would.
see
Just because, again, on a song for song basis, like I really love the Afterlife of the Party.
Oh.
That is such a fucking great
It's
song.
a great song.
That is a great song, and I also I never loved this one as much because I'll be frank, Infinity on High, the last 4 songs, 5 songs.
No.
The last 4 songs, I don't know. I don't always make it that far into the album,
Okay.
and especially I don't love You're Crashing It, but You're in a Wave. And so I didn't give... I've got all this ringing in my ears and not on my fingers, the attention that it deserves. Mm. And going through this week, I was like, oh, I fucking love this song.
Yeah.
The way that he, though I think that was specifically... There were a couple melodic things that he does in that song that I heard in multiple different songs on Folly I Do, and made it feel kind of rehashy.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I Bang the Doldrums is a fine song.
Yeah,
it's a meh. Me.
And again, I don't love Infinity on High. It's lower than you guys think, but Bang the Doldrums is exactly right. I think it falls off after that, and it's not great, and so you don't want to listen to the others. But the Fame and Infamy is actually not bad either.
Yeah.
It's got some good pieces, and again, a lot of nice lyric play. But you kind of give up after. It's one of those albums, like I said, that it starts off strong and it fizzles, or it's really a slow to burn.
Whereas,
it's a grower, not a shower.
See, for me, I listen to Infinity on High top to bottom before I listen to Foley top to bottom.
Yeah.
I get annoyed when in Whams, and sometimes even before that, when he goes on that weird soul or whatever he does at the end there. I don't even know what to call it.
Oh, yeah, that's in Whams.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually Pharrell. He's
Whatever.
singing a southern...
It's
an
I
interlude.
don't need this. And as soon as I
Yeah.
hear that, I'm like, all right, this gets weird now. And then I turn, like
you
with...
switch to a new album.
I've got all this ringing, right? And so that's for me, but I don't do that with Infinity. None of them get to that point for me.
And see, for me, again, this is formative years kind of stuff.
We're
but
cutting diamonds.
when
too,
I-
let's
right,
be
yeah.
honest.
yeah.
But Thriller is such a fucking great announcement to an album. I love that they got Jay-Z to do
Yes!
the opening vocals.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
so it doesn't fit them at all, and yet it's perfect.
Perfect for them. It actually
Because-
does fit them completely, I think.
Okay.
Because they're all about, especially Pete, is all about trying to project this image of I'm the best.
That's
and
true. That's
Jay-Z
true. That's very
was
true.
the coolest person to be attached to at that time.
And maybe one of the coolest people they've ever been attached to.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was a get for
And
them.
that's-
they weren't even in the same room and they recorded it.
Shh.
Just saying.
That's true. Jay-Z was in Australia.
But there's pictures. Okay, maybe not when they recorded it, but there's pictures of
But they
them all
have
like
met.
hanging out.
Yes.
Yes,
They-
yes.
Doing this thing? No, what was the there's some
Wu-Tang
stupid
symbol?
Oh, is that
Well,
what it
and
is?
also,
I don't even know.
if this
I
is
don't
the
know.
first time you're really gonna collaborate with somebody else, like really, this is again when we said the guest spots and the sampling kind of started.
Well,
So if you're gonna have like a guest on your fucking album in 2007, it better be Jay-Z or you like shouldn't even show up to the party.
well, you know who the other guest was here, right? Babyface.
What?
Babyface produced 2 songs on this album, and now I want you to guess which 2 they are because it might not be what you think.
I have no idea.
No.
I don't really know Babyface except as a name that I'm like, I don't know.
Sappy 90s balladry, basically.
Sure, okay.
Right, basically.
Did he do him Hallelujah?
Basically my death knell.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. Oh, it's your worst. You
Yes,
hate
I
that
hate
shit.
that
I hate
shit.
that shit too. No, if you listen to
She
our
has
like Madonna
no-
and Janet episodes, like 1993
snoring?
is where I put that shit at the bottom.
She has
as
no
the worst
patience
era.
for that
Yeah,
at
no.
all.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I end up visualizing myself in like these spandex pants with like the stirrups, like at a roller rink, like listening, and then I'm like, no,
That's
this
the
is
80s, though, isn't it?
No, that was the 90s.
Okay.
for her 90s,
All right.
at a roller rink, listening
Yeah,
to
okay.
Babyface.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. No. Okay. I'll just tell you.
Just tell
So
me.
it was. I'm like a lawyer with the way I'm always trying to get
But
you
that
off.
is a good song.
That's a fucking terrible song.
I think it's a good song.
You know what? I like the song, but much like Miss Missing You, I feel like it could be another band song.
I like the verses and hate the chorus. That's what it is for me.
Diamond
Me
cutting.
and you.
See, and
that's
That's exactly the kind of cheesy ass pop that just does it for me in the right taste. And with
Ugh.
Fall Out Boy being that song, I love that song.
And the other one he did was Thanks for the Memories.
Shut up.
Which
Really?
I was like, are you serious?
Another
'Cause
great-
I listened to that song like
It's a fucking great song.
over
If you-
300 times
Yeah.
in high school.
If you
Yeah.
need recommendations on what you need to say text your ex, go ahead and just like use any lyric out of that song.
Yeah, for real.
Right? Yeah, for real.
Pharrell?
Pharrell?
No. Different
no.
album.
He has been a bad choice in a couple podcasts. We've done. Like, he shows up and we're like, why is Pharrell here?
Pharrell, go hide under your hat.
Picturing the hat just coming up under.
I also would say one of my favorite Fall Out Boy songs is The Takeover, The Breaks Over, too. Which I think that's like the opening salve on that album. I think This Ain't a Scene was a weak choice for a single.
It was, but in retrospect, I love it. At the time, I was over it, but when I listen to it now, it's one of my favorites.
Interesting. All right.
Like, at the time, I was also underwhelmed,
Mm-hmm.
but going back to it, I love it.
And I even love Golden, even if...
I don't know about Golden.
I love and it again. I think this might be like
It's in your range.
It is in my range.
Yeah, that's,
It is
that's
in my
valid.
range, but
That's
it's
valid.
also like when I'm singing along to it, I go, really, Pete?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think Patrick did a great job fitting those lyrics to like a gorgeous
Yeah.
ballad piano medley, and I also love how it like kind of clicks out at the end, and then Thanks for the Memories is just like boom, 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 boom,
Yep.
boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
It's a great contrast, so I think that's part of why I like it so much.
There's
Yeah.
monkeys. There's monkeys in the video.
In the
The music video.
Golden video?
No.
Oh, Thanks for the
In
Memories.
Thanks for the Memories video.
Yeah, I recall.
It makes
Yeah.
it more fun.
Okay, well, I think before we lock anything in, let's talk about From Under the Cork Tree.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Because here's where when I ranked them myself, I ended up with Infinity on High at number 1, but I was kind of uneasy about it. But it was because I have problems with From Under the Cork Tree and Folie à Deux as they get later. They do some weird stuff. And I felt like From Under the Cork Tree was their breakthrough, but should it also be their best? And I had some like dissonance about that. And so I felt like I can't be number 1. And so then I just sort of ended up with Infinity on High at number 1. But then going back and talking about it, I'm like, but is that really my favorite album? I don't know.
And see, that's the thing is like From Under the Cork Tree, it has the most songs that have me going back to them. That I regularly want to listen to and don't go, not right now. You know? Like, even more than Infinity on High does. which is also funny because I have this thing with From Under the Cork Tree where I cannot fucking match the names to the songs.
Oh, because they're all just nonsense.
Well, right, but I've been listening to them for 10 years now.
Yeah.
For a solid decade, I've been loving these songs and knowing every word to my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll come on and I'll be like, what the fuck is this called? Or looking at the track list right now, I'm like,
I know 7.
I don't remember what these sound like.
Yeah, I know.
I don't remember, I can never remember what I've Got a Dark Alley sounds like.
Oh.
And
But as soon as we played it, I'd be like, oh, right, that one. I love that song.
Right. In the first note, I'd be like, oh yeah, this one.
Yeah.
So you both already said what your favorite Fall Out Boy songs were. Taran, you said that yours was My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark.
Yeah.
It's anthemic and beautiful and just delicious. And Bree, you said yours was...
Mine's What a Catch, which it's one of my favorites. It might be my favorite, but there's also, I fucking love Thanks to Memories. And, Dance.
Dance is great.
Similar reason.
So the reason I say this is because I've Got a Dark Alley, and A Bad Idea that says you should shut your mouth is my favorite Fall Out Boy song.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it's the one that's the record won't stop skipping.
And the record won't stop skipping.
Like that.
Besides, my reputation's on the line.
That's
you totally
that's
did.
a great choice.
Right,
Yeah.
so that is hands down. That's the one
Right,
you
that
can
one?
you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
sing
yeah.
that into a mirror, and I'm very visual here. I'm giving you lots of opportunity for creative growth. You can look into the bathroom mirror and just sing this, and it's amazing. But I agree. I think From Under the Cork Tree, I hit it a good time. I was in college.
Yeah.
But I think top to bottom, and Foley is like this for me, but not like this for you guys. There isn't a song that I would not even just tolerate through, and not skip. You know what I mean? You can just literally put it on and
see
all the way through.
I would also say that Sophomore Slump is one of my favorite.
Which one's that?
That is how does it go? Come on, Nico, help me out.
No, I can't. I'm not with words. I can't. I have to do it
Where's your notes? Does it tell you in your notes?
It doesn't tell me in my notes. Here, well, I'll just play it. We're sorry, Evan. You should be more diligent.
It's so hard. None of them make any sense.
I know.
No.
Well, except for Sugar We're Going Down and Dance Dance.
Right, because they were like, oh, we're going to release these as singles. They were also both they wrote 20 songs for this album and then scrapped most of them and then wrote 8 more a week before they started recording. And those were both part of those just going down.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time until we're all found out.
And this is...
I burn the city down to show you the light. Isn't this the vampire video? I think so. Alright, stop
But what I like about this one...
Oh, right, because you're recording.
Right.
So, what I like about Sophomore Slump is that with the lights, it's again sort of a similar idea to Take This to Your Grave, which is it feels like Chicago to me. I know exactly what they're referencing. I can be there with them, and so it hits me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. When they say, I swear I'd burn this city down to show you the lights, I've always pictured Chicago.
Yeah. Totally.
Because that's just, it's... Obviously, it's where they're from, but it's also, before I even knew that's where they were from, though, it's the vibe that the song gives off. This whole album, it feels so Chicago.
Yes.
This is not a New York album. This is not
an LA album.
An LA album in any sense of the word.
No, there's no California here at all.
At all, whatsoever.
Even though I'm pretty sure that was the first one they recorded in California, and the rest of them were.
Yeah, but they didn't write it there.
Yeah.
I'm just
Chicago
pointing
boys.
out a technicality.
Or Wilmette boys, I
just
suppose.
Being honest. Just saying. It's a suburb. It's a beautiful suburb.
That's what I mean. They were, let's be honest, they were rich suburban white kids.
But it definitely evokes that, in the Foo Fighters documentary thing that was on HBO called...
it it ended up being the same as the album.
What was the... No. What was
Highways?
Sonic Highways.
That's the one.
Right? So that, in that thing, in that documentary series, they were talking about how there was this, punk vibe around the time when Pete was young and he would come to Chicago, and Chicago had a great punk scene, and so I think that comes out a lot in Take This to Your Grave, and then it carries over from Under the Cork Tree. So I think that that's very true. I think it has that Chicago punk, pop punk vibe. It's great.
But more polished than Take This to Your Grave, which is
more
why
pop.
we like it
That's
so much better.
Pop punk.
Right, more pop.
Yeah.
Which is what totally gets me.
Well, and I think they I think he only screams once here. And also, they dropped some of the more...
XO gets weird.
XO gets kind of weird. Yeah. But they dropped some of the more jarring drumming tricks that they had done on the first album. And I don't know if it was again, it wasn't just drumming, it was like the punk tempo changes. And while they do certainly change tempo here, I think they do it more effectively. They do it, it's not just we're changing tempo because that's how this part of the song should go. They do it with purpose. They do it with the intent to move that song in this direction.
Yeah,
it's
they're
not
better.
just,
They're better artists.
Absolutely.
And I think that that's another theme that kind of carries through. And even though they get really sampley, in these more recent albums, I think you can really see them all evolving. And it was sort of what you said, Taran, like American Beauty, American Psycho does sort of feel like everybody in the band got something they wanted.
Right.
Which means that nobody's happy.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. And
it's all compromised.
It also, but they were doing that with Save Rock and Roll too.
Sure.
But it just got even worse on American Beauty. And I think, honestly, they kind of fell into the same issue that happened with, like, I know you love Folie à Deux, but, I was reading about on the tour for Folie à Deux, some of their fans would boo them when they played songs from that album. Like, booed them while they were trying to play their set. And that's so heartbreaking. And, like, of course you break up and or take a hiatus as a band.
Yeah, because we don't want to hear what you have to say now. We want you to always stay...
Right. And so Save Rock and Roll is this, like, invigorating announcement of, like, oh, we're back, motherfuckers. And then American Beauty kind of sinks into that same, like, problem of they stop innovating.
Right.
And just kind of go...
They're trying to repeat their success.
They're like, this worked, so let's just do it again.
Yeah.
Which is my issue with Folie à Deux is that it feels very much like part 2 of Infinity on High, even though it does have some great moments. And in the same sense, I think American Beauty has some pretty fun moments, just like Save Rock and Roll does, but it's all just, like, turned down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, the good moments don't quite meet the same level.
Yeah.
And the bad ones are even worse.
Yeah.
And so, I think also if we look at albums as an artistic statement, if we're looking at it through that lens, From Under the Cork Tree is certainly their strongest. It feels the most cohesive as an album.
Which is so weird to me because it's not technically their first album that came out. It is their big kind of breakout album.
Right, because Sugar We're Going Down was the one where everyone heard
And I would
them.
just assume that it was going to be a little more rough, and I think even the dudes, the band doesn't feel like that was 100% them, so they feel like they matured a little bit later, I think, in their
that's
albums.
Probably true. I bet if you ask them to name their favorite songs, almost none of them are on Cork Tree.
No, they talk a lot about in interviews and in articles about how Infinity and Foley were like kind of where they were really testing some stuff out and playing with stuff and being artists, and I think they like a lot of those songs.
And I think it definitely shows on those two albums that they are enjoying themselves a lot more. I mean,
but getting really annoyed with the fame of it all, right?
Right.
And that's which album was it? Oh, it was Save Rock and Roll that they did completely incognito, right? Because we were just talking about how, when that song came out and nobody knew and you were like, holy fuck, this is Fall Out Boy, and you're like shit your pants wherever you were standing when you heard the song. But they hid and they like wouldn't be in the same place at the same time. They were like really cautious, and they got caught together at one point, but like nobody put 2 and 2 together. Like that never happens either. Like something always
right,
leaks.
something leaks.
Something leaks, but the fact that just crept up completely under the radar, that felt like they were doing it together, like it was like we got punked by Fall Out Boy.
Yeah. Yeah. So with all that being said, though, then can we put From Under the Cork Tree first? Because if not, then we're splitting up the two things that we say are part 1 and part 2 of each other, which is Infinity and Foley.
I mean, we can split them up.
Yeah, we can. I'm just trying to... But do we think that Infinity is their best album? Because that's where we're at.
I don't know that we can put Infinity at number 1 with a person having voted it at number 5.
That's fair.
If we're going with a consensus vote, as far as, like, the album that we all put fairly high on the list, right? Wouldn't we say that that's Cork Tree?
Yeah.
Because it was, it definitely depends on the day.
Yeah.
Whether it's Infinity,
absolutely.
it's whether I'm feeling nostalgic for Infinity on High or whether I'm looking for their best songwriting. And I think their best songwriting is on Cork Tree. Like, consistently from top to bottom, it has the most songs where I'm like, where it's immediately recognizable, it's immediately memorable as a melody.
Yeah.
And it has just incredible lyrics from top to bottom. Like, I think also what gives Cork Tree an edge is that when Pete goes really emo or really dark or kind of over the top with the lyrics, the music still fits it. The hard rock music still fits that type of lyrics writing, whereas it feels over the top and contrived sometimes when it's paired with a much more pop melody or a pop production.
Yeah, it's fair. That's valid.
So I think we
I'm
agree.
on board with Infinity 2 and Cork Tree.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we're there.
Oh, it was tough.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We did it.
Wow.
And we are locking it in right now.
Wow.
To recap, number 6, American Beauty, American Psycho. Number 5, Take This to Your Grave. Number 4, Save Rock and Roll. Number 3, Folie à Deux. Number 2, Infinity on High. And number 1, From Under the Cork Tree.
In consensus.
In consensus,
Yeah.
Fall Out Boy.
That's
from the
it.
beginning to the end. We've done it.
I'm
Now,
okay
ladies
with
and
that.
gentlemen,
And just like a Fall Out Boy album, you're really tired after.
you're really tired.
You're a little emotional.
You're really excited, but you're also kind of pissed off.
You kind of want to cry.
And ladies
Maybe
and gentlemen,
you did already cry.
This has been really fun. I'm so happy we did this, but don't go anywhere. Because right after this, we're going to be recording our Happy Hour mini-sode.
Happy Hour mini-sode.
And like us on Facebook, subscribe on SoundCloud, rate us on Google Play and iTunes, and we will see you next time. Bye!
Bye!
When I come upon the scene.
Did we introduce ourselves?
No,
by
I
the way?
totally forgot that part.
I was just thinking.
Super Magic Evan's gonna edit this part and put it earlier. Thanks, Evan. So, as you know, this is... I can't.
I think you just have to do it over. I think you just have to start again.
Start over.
Let's not start the whole
No,
thing
no,
over.
no. We're not starting over.
No, it's fine.
He's gonna laugh so hard at this part. Anyway, while Infinity on High... There's the other one. All right.
Oh, man. That was his neck, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you could hear that.
Any hoozle. Breeze put in the kibosh on that one.
No, any hoozles.